Hey everybody, hello and good morning greetings from Hexton, village of Jackson, Wisconsin. Once again, today it is Monday, June 11th, 2018. The local time is 6:35. Temperature here is 62 degrees. We are down to 138 miles to Hopkins, Minnesota. Roughly 2 hours and 24 minutes, according to our Rand McNally GPS here. By the way, welcome to Mosquito Nation. I can't believe I caught all these mosquitoes at about 4:30 or 5 o'clock in the morning. Man, they were out early today. This is certainly the side of Wisconsin that not many of us here at JBG Travels get to see. We seldom go through here. I don't know if you guys are gonna like this view. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think the landscape around here is really nice, but with all these mosquitoes on the windscreen, I don't want to use the wiper blade because it's just gonna make it worse. Some 25 years ago, I was traveling on a stretch of freeway. I don't think it was this one. I think it's the next hill coming up. I was going east though, and I noticed that there was a vehicle pulled over on the shoulder, and people were telling me to stop. That was when I had a CB on the radio, CB radio on the truck. People were telling me to pull over and stop because the guy was laying on the ground. And a lot of people thought he was drunk or whatever, heart attack or whatever. And they told me what mile marker it is, and as I came down the hill, sure enough, there was a car parked on the shoulder. So I rushed over there, and yep, the guy was laying unconscious right there next to his car, in front of his car, and kind of woke him up, and he woke up and he didn't know what happened. He just passed out. But the guy did soil himself really bad. And I remember when the ambulance and the police came, I remember the what do you call that? The paramedic was looking up his shorts and trying to investigate why he pooped himself. He must have ate something really bad. It could have been this hill right here, but it was, as I said, it was going eastbound. That was a long, long, long time ago. And I remember, according to his employee ID, he worked for Northwest Airlines out of Minneapolis. No, that wasn't it. That was one of the long, long way up kind of a hill. Okay, it's this one right here. It's got to be this one. But it was almost to the top of the hill. Anyway, the word of the Lord today is on Psalm 46:10. Be still and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. You know, that's actually one of my favorite verses. Whenever I come to a situations or circumstances that troubles me, troubles my mind or my soul, especially when I try to sleep at night and I can close my eyes but I can't close my mind and my heart. I say that over and over and over again. Peace, be still. Peace, be still. And it has always worked for me. Think of it as peace as a beast. It's always wild, it's always doing something crazy. It's always chaos. Think of it this way, it's like chaotic is always in chaos, and you command it to be peace. Be still. Be still. Try that. Try it and think of it and say it the way that the Lord has said it. When Jesus Christ was in the Sea of Galilee and there that big storm, he got up and said, "Peace, be still." And the winds and the waves was perfectly calm. Say it like Jesus did. Peace, be still. Whenever your souls are troubled, your mind is racing 100 miles an hour in each direction. Say, peace, be still, and know that I am God. I will be exalted among the nations. I will be exalted in the earth. Hey everybody, hello and good morning. Greetings from Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Temperature here is at 62 degrees. Local time is 6:54. We are down to 102 miles to Hopkins, Minnesota. We're currently traveling on Interstate 94 West. According to Rand McNally GPS Overdrive 8 Pro, we have 1 hour and 49 minutes to go to Hopkins, Minnesota. Should That should put us at about somewhere around 8 to 8:30. Our appointment is at 9 a.m. Let the words of my mouth and the meditations of my heart be acceptable in your sight, O Lord, my rock and my redeemer. Psalm 19:14. God saw all that he has made, and it was very good. May I pose a question? For those of you who do not believe that the Bible is true, I respectfully say, I respectfully respect your belief. I get a lot of people say, well, the Bible's a big lie, it's a made-up story. Okay? So, let me ask you this question. Why should I believe you and not believe John MacArthur? What a scholastic education background do you have that would make me want to choose you over John MacArthur or David Jeremiah or Chuck Swindoll or all the preachers out there that are, to me, they are true. People that are spend a lifetime studying the Bible and teaching them. Why should I believe people on YouTube that say, well, no, the Bible is for the weak. The Bible is made up to control people. It's not about the evidence, right? There is no evidence, or the lack of. Why should I believe you than other people? What accomplishment, or what do you have what can you offer that I would change my life, my faith? Let me put it this way. If I came to the fork of the road and said, there's a question about a biblical question, and one person was a Bible scholar, and there's you, and my life depended on it, why should I choose you? Right? I kind of chuckle sometimes when people say, well, the Bible is not true, it's a big lie. It's, there's nothing more in this world that has been debated more times than the Bible and any other aspect of life throughout human history. The brightest minds in the world have debated this time and time and time again. And suddenly you seem to have figured out that the Bible is not true, right? I mean, you get that, right? It's like you must be really, really one gifted person. That all the smartest scholars in human history that have questioned the Bibles and tried to find the answers and never have. And there you are. You have decided that the Bible is not true. I'm not attacking you, okay? It's not. I'm just trying to point out the flaw. I don't know, it just seems preposterous to me that you figured it out while others have not. And that is the question. Yeah. Alright, so we got 58 miles of Wisconsin to go. 93 miles to Hopkins, Minnesota. Local time is 7:02. Roughly 1 hour and 40 minutes. We are cruising at 70 miles per hour. So 92 divided by 70, what is that? Of course, we're not going to be able to do 70 miles an hour from here to there. So chances are we'll be able to average somewhere around possibly 66, 67 miles per hour. So how long would it take to reach 92 miles doing 70 miles an hour? Or averaging at the speed of 67, 66? That's another question. Boy, I'm full of questions today. It must be Monday. Sure it is Monday. Alright, we're coming up to a Wisconsin scale here in Menominee, Wisconsin. Local time is 7:10. 84 miles to Hopkins, Minnesota. And looks like they're closed. Yes. Got the microphone here. They are closed. 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 The Wisconsin scale is closed. There you go. We are still currently traveling on Interstate 94. I gotta tell you a story. So many years ago, I was given a load and it said Menominee, Wisconsin. So I delivered over here, Menominee. It turns out it was Menominee Falls. Now, to begin the story, I came out of Detroit, Michigan. Detroit, Michigan, delivering to Menominee, Wisconsin. And of course, you gotta pass, Milwaukee and up here. Only to find out, as I said, the load delivers to Menominee Falls, Wisconsin, which is Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Oh man, I thought I was gonna die die of a heart attack. That's like 200 miles past where you're supposed to deliver. And at that time, I was an owner-operator. Oh, my. It took me a month to get over that. So, let me ask you this. Currently, I am 50 years old. At what age do we start collecting Social Security? 63, right? So, basically, I got 13 more years of trucking to do before I can retire. If 13 years from now I can afford to retire. I wonder what Social Security be like 13 years from now. Or is it 67? What age do we start collecting Social Security? So by then, I would imagine that 13 years from now, my house will be fully paid, God willing, and I would be debt-free. Well, I don't think anybody can ever be debt-free. You'll always owe taxes to the government. But let's just say 13 years from now, I start collecting Social Security. The plan is that my wife and I are going to buy us a camper. She wants to travel. I told her, really? I've been driving for so many years, and now you want me to drive, cross country on a camper? I don't know. Sometimes I get this picture in my head that if the time comes, I'd like to buy a small boat, live in a very small island, and just go fishing. Fish just enough for the meal. Nothing more, nothing less. Live a very simple life. Not go anywhere. Buy the biggest anchor I can find and just hunker down. Who knows, right? For now, let's live for today. I'm sure tomorrow's problem will come with it, and also the solution. Hey everybody, hello and good morning greetings from Hudson, St. Croix, Wisconsin. Local time is 7:49, 39 more miles to go to our delivery. I think we're gonna make it. Right now we are traveling on Interstate 94 West. We are at mile marker 4. So we're 4 miles away to the Wisconsin and Minnesota state line. Temperature here is at 64 degrees. There is a Minnesota scale that we got to go through. Chances are they'll always be open. They like to play games at this way station though. Meaning they will open it and closing it. Welcome to Prescott, Wisconsin. A driver told me recently that Schneider drivers are not even allowed to talk on the phone, even using a headset like this one. Either they're not allowed or they're going to make it a company policy that they can't talk while they're driving. Imagine that. So what's the name of this river? I have no idea. miles an hour. Here we go. We gotta hang back until we find out what the Minnesota scale is doing. Maybe this is the St. Croix River? Possibly. Okay, where's the flashing? Yeah, it's flashing. So, do they have pre-pass? I doubt it. I don't think they have pre-pass here. So why is that truck going straight? Maybe he's exempted? He got back over. He got back over real quick. I hope I get the bypass. Yes, 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 we got the bypass. Yes. Woohoo. Nicely done there, baby blue. Nicely done. That, my friend, is the Minnesota way station. Come on, baby blue, let's go. Local time is 7:56. 33 miles to go.